When daily tasks become too painful, it's time for change. Let our pain management and wellness practice, Valentine Integrative Health, elevate your quality of life and ease your discomfort. Visit us at valentineintegrativehealth.com and start your journey to a fuller life.
Welcome to the Allison Marc Podcast, Married in Media. Again, coming to you live from our studios in the basement. Coming soon live at the commentary in Virginia. We'll tell you all about that coming up. That's on September 26th. Really excited about it.
Love that.
Who are we, Allison?
We are two media pros. We're Gen Xers. We've been married for almost 25 years. Next year, P.S. I've not done any planning on that, so I think we're just going to be going to dinner at the Shake Shack for that. We have 3 grown kids, and we talk about everything from politics to pop culture with a whole lot of love.
With a whole lot of love.
Yeah.
And we also have confirmed for our live event on the 26th, we're going to have Chima Eats, actually, and, a very popular influencer. And we're going to be talking about relationships and have a real therapist there to help us move through conversations when dealing with relationships.
Okay.
Excited about that. And also excited about, we confirmed Carl with a K. Carl with a K will be there live with us, and he's here with us right now. Carl with a K. Carl, looks like your lighting's different today. You got the,
Yeah, I moved to a different room today. I was working downstairs. So
must be nice having a estate there, Carl. You can go to different parts of the estate to do your show.
The West Wing, you mean?
There it is.
Yes,
there
sir.
it is. Hey, Carl.
Hey,
How you guys doing?
Good. For a weird weather Wednesday.
Definitely.
In the DMV. Yes, it's like this morning it was like 50-something degrees.
Last
week it was triple digits.
That's true. It felt good.
I don't know what we're doing to the environment, but here we go.
Climate change isn't real, is it?
All right. Depending on who you talk to, you're right.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly.
Okay. What you got today?
Well, we're going to start out with a little bit who is she type of question. Eunice Kathleen Wayman is what jazz artist? And your choices are Billie Holiday, Nina Simone, or Ella Fitzgerald.
Do you know?
I don't. You stumped me on this one.
Okay.
Looks like a Eunice.
Yeah. Well, we know it's not Billy.
And gladly you changed that name because you're right.
It's not. What?
That name didn't hit right.
Wow. Okay. I'll say Ella. I'll say Ella Fitzgerald.
I'm with you.
Nina
Simone.
Really?
Nina Simone.
Okay.
Wow. And we recently watched her documentary. What was it called? Where Did You Go, Miss Simone? Yeah. Okay. I'm not surprised. She's someone who will reinvent.
And Eunice, yes, you didn't. Yeah, Eunice, no.
She would have rocked any name, but yeah, Nina is better.
Nina is much better.
Yeah.
Nina is much better. Next up, since we're having a little bit of political stuff going on in the world, what year did the Congressional Black Caucus form?
And the weekend is coming up too.
Right. That's what made me think of it.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to be able to pull this one out of the sky.
I think 1967 seems like it to me.
Oh, okay.
Close.
I'll go later. I'll say. Let me see. 68.
Actually, 71.
Okay.
It was 71, and of course, Shirley Chisholm was the only woman on it at the time.
Wow.
And most of the that's when they first formed it. So a little bit. So when you go down there, you can let them know that you know now.
Is anybody still alive? That's on the original.
I don't think so. Now that I think about, well, no, because I know, he passed. I was just thinking of Charles Rangel because I think he was a member originally. But yeah, I don't think anyone from then is still alive.
Carl, was it a moment? Was it around something after an election? Do you know what's the history of it?
I don't know the whole history of it. I think it was just at that time that you had. I think Shirley was probably one of the first ones to vocalize that they needed to do something.
Yeah.
Being a Black woman, she was like, okay, at least I can get with these Black men,
right,
and do something. So I think that's how it originally started.
Wonderful.
Because shortly after, I think maybe not like the Hispanic Congressional Caucus was formed. I think in the 80s.
Oh wow! Okay, did not know that.
Yep. And finally,
we're not doing good. All right.
Fortunately, I'm not keeping records yet.
Okay.
Right.
Who was the first Black woman admitted to the Masters Golf Club?
Now, Carl, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this normally not? Oh, you did a multiple choice with the jazz singers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First Black woman. Oh,
okay. I'll give you a couple.
Althea Gibson.
That's tennis, I think.
Actually, Althea Gibson is the first Black professional woman golfer.
Oh, what?
LPGA.
Tennis. Okay.
Wasn't she tennis too?
She was tennis too. She won Wimbledon, but she was also the first Black woman who.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And she made a serious macaroni and cheese.
Really?
Green, world class.
Okay, go ahead now. I'm out of this one. I don't know.
No, you're not. You're about into it as I am.
It was okay. Let's think about it this way. The first person to win was Tiger.
Okay.
So it's in the realm of us being around.
Oh.
And Black. Wow. Sadly,
you said a Black woman, Carl?
Black woman. And I'll tell you about the Black man in a minute. My apologies.
Okay, well, that should have been a Google break while Carl's at his home.
She's calling right now. It's me. Man, I feel bad because I can't even name any Black women golfers right now.
Sadly.
Condoleezza
Rice?
Yep.
What?
Carl, now I know you lying, Carl.
Nope. Condoleezza Rice. It was her and it was a white woman. They were both admitted at the same time. But she was the first Black woman to be admitted get her a green jacket.
And was the white woman the first woman? Were they the first two women?
They were the first two women. They went at the same time.
In the 80s?
No.
90s,
right? Talking, I want to say 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I think it was shortly after she left office. I apologize for not getting the backstory, but I have a little bit that you might be interested in. Are you familiar with Ron Townsend? He was an upper mucky muck with Gannett Corporation. He was my general manager when I was at WUSA.
Oh, Ron Townsend. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, the name sounds familiar, but it's so many names swirling in my brain.
Right. You might have heard the name in the hallways while I was saying that. But he was the first Black man admitted to Masters.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. This is recently.
Right. Yeah. We're not talking about playing. We're talking about becoming a member.
Okay. Okay. Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Condoleezza Rice.
Is Tiger Woods a member?
I'm sure he is after winning. I think that's like an automatic.
Okay. Wow. They basically kept their racism, baby. They said never mind. When they did the sponsors, they just did sponsorships. I forgot exactly what happened, but they tapped out and said basically we get our own sponsors or something. I think when they were talking about the Masters or something.
Right.
So they can have control. So
yeah, they didn't want it.
Yeah.
That's what's my man's name? Malcolm Gladwell. Are you into his revisionist history podcast?
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. Yeah. It's called Revisionist History. Malcolm Gladwell does it, and he's talking about golf courses and how just because of the nature of all of this land, like parkland that should be designated for other things, but is designated easier for 18 holes of golf right in the middle of cities, and how basically
we know what neighborhoods.
It all stems from privilege, and basically boils down to on the opposite side. It would then be systemic racism, where you don't really have a park, but there's designated. So you should check it out.
I definitely would look into it because I know about. I haven't done looked at the whole thing, but I do know that there's something similar with Central Park in New York.
Don't even.
When they establish that's
right. Like eminent domain for it, but
right.
it becomes just a playground for people who usually are not people of color. But I'm encouraged by the fact that it seems like more people of color are getting involved with sports like golf and
that's why they started pickleball, because of that. So
let's come up with something else.
Exactly.
Anyway, Carl, we're gonna do better. That was
Carl,
a terrible showing today.
Carl, where are you tonight?
Tonight I am in Arundel Mills with Soul Trivia doing it. We're doing football. All football, movies, college football. So it's a lot of team-oriented stuff, but we do have, of course, I throw my flavor into it with the Soul Trivia aspect.
Soul Trivia. Carl brought it back. Soul Trivia. So, Carl, as we wrap up with you, speaking of college football, what's your take? The Deion, I'm fascinated by the Deion influence in college football and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just curious your take as somebody who's a trivia guy and knows a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm not a big Deion individual person fan, but I understand as a marketer and as somebody who knows how to drum up business, Deion's doing what he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Controversy sells. Mm-hmm. Controversy is like sex; it sells.
Oh, wait a minute now.
People tune in and they talk about it, and he's just gonna go back home. I mean, I was just laughing when I saw him in, I think, a Pizza Hut commercial. I was like, okay, he's acting like this then, and he's acting silly on TV. I say, go ahead, Deion, make that money.
Make that money. All right, well,
not a whole lot of people can jump from an HBCU to a national college as a coach.
Well, nobody has, I don't think, actually.
Right.
As a head coach.
As a head coach.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right, my friend. We'll have a safe night tonight, and we will see you Wednesday.
I appreciate that. And what's that date again on September?
26th. So Thursday.
And can you send me address and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll send you information. We're getting the flyer together and everything else. Matter of fact, I need you to send me a picture, but I'll get that from you. And I'll send that to you. Not a problem. Thank you so much. Carl with a K, ladies and gentlemen. Carl with a K. With a K. Bad. It's okay. We used to do bad on that. The trivia.
Yeah, we did. I like it when it's multiple choice, but I did not think that was Nina Simone's given name. Eunice? I did not.
Eunice, get off that woman grass. Yeah. No, it doesn't ring the same.
Yeah.
So, babe, I put this topic in because you were cracking on me. You're saying that I've been arguing lately. So, what's your arguing language? We've been married for almost 25 years. And I thought I was curious about the arguing language, babe. What's our arguing language?
This is you. And this is me.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I'm like a poke the bear person. Like, I like to be super duper mellow. I've always said, I say to the kids all the time, to you all the time, I never once was like, I want to be able to tell somebody they got to do this, or like put a honey-do list together and do this, whatever. I don't want to tell anybody to do anything, nor do I want to be told to do anything either. So when we get into our discussions or disagreements or then arguments, I'm trying to like be over here, be whatever, until it just gets to a point where I don't feel like I'm being heard. And then for me, it'll get elevated, and all that does is get you elevated. And then, so it's typically it's not normally a quick thing. We got to go through our whole like roller coaster of it before we get to the other side.
Well said, babe.
Yeah.
Well said. I think our styles though are, we don't say things to hurt each other. We never have been the kind.
Oh, yeah.
Some people argue. I think they argue. I call it arguing out of bounds. They will say something in an argument that they not necessarily mean, but just to kind of like get a reaction,
right? And
hurt somebody. And I think we definitely, what we share is we don't do that.
No. Don't do that. We don't call names. We don't, be like, F you, never.
Because I think we're similar in that.
Never.
We feel like if you said it, you said it. I think that's the other part. I think we take our words seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing. Some people, I think they probably how you're raised has a big impact on that. So we take our words seriously. So
Mark never forgets anything that anyone said to him.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
The other day you pulled out something that you said, well, like you said, an argument that we had in 2002. I was like,
I did not say an argument in 2002.
I'm supposed to be the one holding on to like.
No. I'm not holding on to it.
Since 2002.
But what you say, like you say, so what we say, Allison, you don't like confrontation.
I do not.
You never fight with your best friends.
I do not.
You never argue with your best friends.
I don't like to fight with friends.
When we say fight,
like I don't even want to look. Yeah, it's not my energy.
So with me,
I actually hate it.
I don't look at it as a fight. You said hold on to. Actually, I'm actually listening and I'm locked into the conversation. What I realize is sometimes a lot of times people are not, right? So it's almost like they're not as involved as I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what happens a lot of times too. It's almost like I really have thought about it. I am thinking about it. So when you say something, I really listen to what you just said. I don't just like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you can say, I think it's funny when people talk. Some people, they don't even really listen when people are talking. You could see that they're thinking of what they're going to say to what you're saying.
Right. And then you never have.
But they're not hearing. They're not hearing because they're not really listening to what you're saying. They're like thinking, okay, I'm going to counter with this. You know what I mean? But I actually am listening and paying attention, even though sometimes people don't think I am. I really am, because I really am doing that. So
I think that your body language sometimes betrays you too.
Yeah.
Like you say, what I'm excited about is like when you go on social media, there's 1,000 memes with like, when your wife comes in the room and her face is like this, but she's saying good job, and it's not, so it seems like that's a common thread. Like, husbands are at times super sensitive to the facial expression or the nonverbal things, and then that starts an argument. That happens with us. Right. And so my face betrays me, and
mine does too.
Yours does too, and you're elevated.
If I'm not smiling, I look serious, right? Look.
Yeah, but you get a whole thing. Your eyes do get more furrowed. Your lip starts to quiver a little bit. You get really serious.
Yeah, so
like
people
that.
Like,
yeah.
So then it's like, oh, he's mad, but it's not really not that mad. I'm just like focused on the thing.
Right.
But again, we thought we'd throw that out there and see if people would say, oh, wait a minute, we only have 2 people listening right now.
So let me ask you this. So where are we? Are we on any Facebook platform right now?
No, we're not on. We're on the Allison and Marc.
I don't think we're even on that.
Nope, you're right. The little flags up there.
Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah. Oh, this one. Okay.
Anyway, okay. So what's going on out there in the world? We're getting ready for this first debate between the 2 presidential candidates. How do you think this is going to go?
Bad. No. I think it's going to be a wash. I think Kamala is going to mop the floor with
Donald Trump,
former president.
But so you think it's going to be a wash, or you think she's going to win the debate?
She's going to definitely win the debate. I think it's not even going to be close.
So do you think that it's going to matter at all? It
doesn't.
Donald Trump says it really doesn't matter. People know
doesn't
who we
matter
are.
Because the people who are going to vote for Trump are going to vote for Trump. People are going to vote for Harris. Maybe not. I think she will gain. Put it this way. I think she'll win the debate and gain some support.
Okay.
Because I think.
Do you think it'll change anybody's mind?
I think she'll gain support only because I think the Trump campaign has been doing a terrible job as far as everything. I mean, who he picked for his running mate has not helped him at all, and I think Trump has not helped himself at all. Mm-hmm. I think offending the people. I think the shtick may be running its course in a lot of ways.
Right.
And the hate that's focused on Kamala Harris, it's
extreme.
Interesting because it's not even really accurate. People are like, well, if she's going to do this, why didn't you do that? She was vice president. Where were you? She was vice president. It's like the vice president's role is not to outshine the president and actually not to even create anything. Right. You're in full support of the president of the United States. And everybody knows that. But so, you know what I mean?
But that's what is being used then against her. So any of the what is being looked at or used as, failed policies by Biden is she's inheriting that. So,
but again, that's not for people who are like a logical. All these things. Just think of the attacks, right? All of them mainly are kind of weak, and it doesn't. So again, that one, your failed policies. She's the vice president. That's pretty easy,
right?
The blackness piece. She went to HBCU. I think that
backfired on him. Yeah,
she's Greek, and she does wear the Greek. That then like the little sister that came out and said she doesn't even rep her. She does rep. She for the last 5 years. She's
there was an AK
homecoming.
Huh? Was there an AK who said that?
I don't know. The sister that was at Clarke and that one that now Trump is holding up as whatever.
The one who was paid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So the attacks and then the one they're trying to paint again. The thing I don't understand.
My thing is this.
The smart thing is, what are you talking about? She's
what I hate as a woman is, of course, she slept her way to this place and that place. I don't think there's anything that's more despicable than that allegation and that going to that base level when trying to fight a woman opponent in politics. Like when you think politics, do you think, oh yeah, squeaky clean? Oh, okay, nothing's going to happen. But I'm going to tell you something. Had they found something that was salacious, we would hear about it. I think in the era of President Trump, the way that he speaks and the way that he is a name calls and the way that he does all that, I think a lot has now gone out the window.
It's all out the window.
Yeah,
and that's why when you hear people say it, that people that you expect more from, it's very disappointing because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and I guess it is just. I guess people are just playing politics.
So we'll see it. The debate is next week. I'm getting my popcorn together.
Well, I'm on my low carb thing, so I can only have a couple of kernels.
Okay, well that's okay. You were eating popcorn when we were watching the Deliverance the other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you just want to expose me now?
No, I'm just saying. Get your popcorn ready.
See how it works?
Get the popcorn ready. Okay, so did you figure this out? How can we get back on Facebook?
I cannot. I have not figured it out.
All right. If you don't know, Mark's Facebook was hacked for the one person who is here with us today. And that's how we used to do a lot of cross. So I think that we should just figure out how to do it in the future and then come on back. What you think?
Yeah, we got to keep it going now. We got to keep it going because, our people watch it later on.
Okay.
Sometimes we don't watch it in real time.
Okay.
And all the platforms. So now at least we're back on Allison Marc in the afternoon. We're back on there. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and the YouTube channel. So we're out there, again. So
okay. Well, we got anything? What's trending? What's popping?
What?
Okay.
I think it's a wrap. I think we're a wrap for today.
So back to. Okay.
I think it's a wrap for today.
That's our argument. Then there's our arguing language. Because that is a wrap then. I think
it's a wrap.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, we love y'all. And we're sorry. What happens is I take a nap in the day. Mark is busy because he is in between gigs. So he is out here hustling. How's it going?
Yeah, we're not in between gigs. We're getting gigs.
Well, how's it going?
Good. I'm speaking tomorrow. Excited about that tomorrow.
And this weekend, we're both emceeing something for the national. It's NCCF. I can never get it. Child and family, and And I've worked with this organization for years. So we're definitely busy, and that's why we don't, I guess, have any topics today. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, today. So, but again, thank you so much for the support. And make sure September 26th, we have a live event coming up. We have flyers. You'll be seeing it on social media.
National Center for Children and Families.
There we go. All right. Until we meet again, it is goodbye for now.